it's Kelly. How are you? Welcome to my channel, and today's video I'm excited to bring to you because it is a whole lot of little videos that I've recorded over the past couple of months of all the little food prep things that I do, all the ways to prepare our food, to save our food, to divide it all up, to portion it out so it helps us save money and stretch out everything a lot longer. I do a lot of this stuff too because it helps everyone else in the house, and so it's easier just to grab things. They're not having to worry about how much to use. Everything's already all laid out, and so it just makes the household run a lot faster. Also, then we don't have bits left over in the fridge that we have to use up. Everything is well balanced out, so it helps us save money in the long run. So enjoy many of the little things that I have put together for you. First thing I'm going to start off with is the fruit balls. We buy these in a bigger packet, and I weigh and divide them all out into smaller bags, so then it is easier for Scott to grab for recess, and then that way also he's not sitting there eating one entire bag at a time. Then we have some steak. I was quite surprised when I first bought this because I can't read. There are actually 6 pieces of steak in this pack, and I thought it was like a big rump. So I take them out and I use scissors and I trim off a lot of the fat, and then we usually have the 3 pieces of steak for the dinner, and then the rest of it I chop up and I will freeze and put it again into bags, portion it and weigh it all out, so then we have that as a stew for the next night's dinner. I do the same with the mince because we buy the big bags from Aldi, and the same with the chicken, and that way I can just grab one bag and I know that's one meal. Here we have some burger patties. It's cheaper to buy in bulk, especially when it's also got a discount sticker on it. So again, I divide them all up so they are per meal per bag, and then I cut off the label and I stick it inside the bag, so it just helps us to remind whatever's in there. Next we have pretzels, and I need again to divide all these up into smaller bags because we love pretzels in our house, and if we sit there with the big bag, well, they're gonna go pretty quick. Chicken we have a lot of in this house, and so when I buy any Thai chicken, which is this one, I will again divide it up because also I want to see what's in there and how much we'll use. Often I will cook it all anyway, but at least when I get it, as soon as I get it home, I freeze it and then it's prepared. This is a video I had earlier when I was doing one of my meal challenges, and as you can see here, I've got some sausages that I divided up into sets of 2, so each one a bag was a meal. And then the chicken that I had here, I cut it all up and again portioned it all out, so then I could visually show you guys how much of a serving I was having of each meat. Next we have the cheese, and we buy the big 1 kilo blocks at a time because then we will grate a lot of it up or cut it up into blocks, and then again we portion the cheese out. So I'll grate up sections of it into 100 grams at a time per bag, and then I know one bag is equal to 1 pizza when we make our homemade pizzas. So then we're not using extra cheese or having bits left over. Everything is portioned out. The same as here, we've got the pineapple, we had the pizzas. When I have any left over, once I've portioned it out, I divide what's left up and I freeze it. The little bits here that we have is enough for 1 person's sandwich when we have toaster sandwiches, and I just do that, and then that way it doesn't go off in the fridge. It's easier to freeze. Here we have the little ham packet portions as well, and again, I think from memory each little packet is about 150 grams, but I worked out that 75 grams of ham is well than enough per pizza. So again, I take that container and I divide it in half. Straight away I freeze all that ham, and then that way if we run out of time or we go in another direction for meal, we don't have ham just sitting there in the fridge. Everything's frozen and it's ready to go. I bag it all up so it's together, and then it's there ready. Here's a hack for shredded chicken. Pre-cook your chicken, usually in a broth works really well, and then throw in chunks into a mix master and mix it around, and ta-da! Shredded chicken. Saves you having to stand there with 2 forks doing it. I then, of course, measure the chicken and divide it up into bags and pre-allocate it for meals. So then that way when I look in the freezer, I see all the bags that are there and I instantly know how much meat we have for what kind of meals. These meatballs I cut in half to make smaller meatballs because the weight of the packet was actually more than the pre-made, so it still meant that everyone was still able to get a good amount of meat on their plate. Chicken sticks I buy quite often, especially if they're marked down, because they're great in a chicken salad. I just pre-cook them and then I pull all of the meat off of the stick and I'll stick that in the fridge, and then I know that's my lunch for the next couple of days. Potato gems are one of Scott's favourites, so again I divide them all up into bags and then I know that they're going to last for so many meals throughout the week, which is super handy when you're trying to meal plan. Here we have lasagna sheets. I was able to buy these for $1 each, so I came home and cut them all up into their sizing and they'll go into the freezer to save them. And here is the wine that we have for our risotto base, and I will often freeze the leftover. I know people are saying, what, leftover wine? But we don't have wine in this house, really, no one drinks it. So I freeze it, so then that way I know I will always have it there when I want risotto, because there's nothing worse than wanting to have it and realizing we have no wine and you don't want to go out to go to the shops. As you can see, it freezes quite well, and just keep it flat and it works well in the freezer. We have a lemon tree and I love having the lemon tree, except when it's not lemon season. So what I do is I juice as many lemons as I can and then I freeze them into these little ice cubes, and then when I go to use them I weigh them out so I know how much to use in a recipe, and then again I bag them all up so then they can go into the freezer and just hang around until I need them another time. I do the same thing with eggs. You would have seen a video that I had 36 eggs in 36 hours because I bought so many eggs at a discount. So again, I'll put them into the little ice cube trays and freeze them, and they thaw out really well in the fridge. You just have to remember to put them in there the night before you need them. Don't stick them in the microwave. You'll have scrambled eggs in a bag. So they are some of the very many things that we do. I was going to start and say, here's the first 10 things that I do, but then the more and more I got through, I thought, I really just want to keep adding more and more and more. And because all the things were so short, yeah, so it could be too much in one video, who knows, but I like to share, and then everything's for you. If there's anything that I do that you do, let me know. If there's anything that you do that I don't do, that I haven't shown, I might do, that you do, confused now about who do what. Just, yep. Please leave me a comment below, even if it's to say you're completely insane. Please give this video a thumbs up because it helps the YouTube algorithm, not gonna lie. And also subscribe to the channel because I would love to achieve our goal of 1,000 subscribers so we can get a community tab and we can start doing lots of Q&As and all live videos. I can take you shopping with me live, and lots of other fun things like that. So again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.